have Illustrator open. Okay, so if you can look at my screen up in the front, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new file. So go ahead and click Create New on the left hand side. Is everybody there? Okay, so right here where it says points, we're going to change that to pixels. Okay, now the width and height boxes, this is where we're setting the size of our artboard, okay? So I want everybody to change these numbers to say 3,000 and 3,000. Now these other settings in here, bleed is for if you're ever going to print something, it kind of lets the printer know whether the artwork goes off the page or not. We're not going to mess with that today. So once you have your settings match mine, you're going to click Create. Yours right now says Essentials. Change it to where it says Essentials Classic. That's going to give us the view of all of our tools that we need. Then I want you to go where it says Window at the top here and make sure Layers is turned on. So Window at the top menu here, Window. And make sure Layers is turned on. The next step is we're going to create our guides. So over here, you can look at my screen, there's a line tool right here. If yours doesn't look like a line, it may look like one of these other things. So once you have the line, we're going to draw a line. Now we're going to draw a big plus sign across the middle of this. Now we click at the top, and then if you hold the Shift key, it'll automatically make your line straight. And once you have that line drawn, you're going to click on this arrow tool on the top left. So once you have your arrow tool selected, you'll click your long line, and then you're going to center it on the artboard using this tool up here. Horizontal line center. And it'll put it right in the middle for you. Still with your selector tool highlighted on the top left, you're going to draw a box that selects both of these lines, okay? Now, once you have both lines selected, you're going to go to the View window, and you're going to go down to where it says Guides. Everybody with me? And we're going to go to Make Guides, okay? It's a key piece of graphic design, especially if you share work with another person, is naming your layers, okay? So over here, right now our guides are in this layer 1. We're going to double click that and name it Guides. We're going to create another layer right here. And this layer 2 is, we're going to come back and name it in a second. So the bottom right, there's a box with a plus in it. Create new layer. That's what we're clicking to get that second layer up there that's red. We're going to go to File, Place. And then your screen should look just like mine. If not, you could hit desktop or this PC. But we're going to grab this symbol right here and place it. But when you place something, Illustrator will give you an option of where to put it. So in this case, we're just going to stretch it across the whole artboard. And then make sure it's nice and centered. You're going to open up your layer again. We're going to rename this one REF for reference. And then where it says template, you're going to click that on. So now that we have our guides and our reference, it's kind of the boring stuff, we're going to recreate this shape, okay? So there'll be many instances in Illustrator where you have to do this, but what we're doing here is we're gonna basically recreate one petal of what this is. This is a flower. One petal, and then we're gonna replicate that petal to recreate the whole design. So when you start drawing a circle, all you're gonna do is click and drag. That'll create a circle. If you don't, if you make one, you can just hit the delete key while it's selected. Now, when we hold shift and drag, it's gonna draw a perfect circle for us. Versus if we don't hold shift, it goes all over the place. So hold shift, and we're gonna draw a circle that kind of meets the this back half of the petal here. So over here, these two shapes, these are your color fill options. One is the color of the shape, and then the other is like the border of the shape. So we're gonna double click that white box with the line through it. If I lost you, we're double clicking on, so we have our circle selected, and we're double clicking on the white box. Once I have a color selected, I'm gonna change my opacity up here a little bit so I can see through it. I'm gonna change that to 75. So we're gonna size our circle, again holding the shift key, to be 1/2 of this backside of this curve. So you just make it a little bigger and kind of keep sizing it. Keep the circle perfect, that's gonna be the easiest way. And you're gonna hit the key right next to the space bar that says Alt, A-L-T. And so first of all, we're on our selector tool. Everybody make sure you're here first. Selector tool. On our circle. And then we're hitting the Alt key right next to the space. And our arrow changes, you'll see it change to a double arrow. Now when you have that double arrow, you're gonna click the circle and drag it, and it's gonna make another one. Same exact size. Once you're there, we're gonna line this side up with our other half, the other curve right there. So yours should look something like that. With our selector tool, we're gonna make sure we have both of these circles selected, okay? So this is the importance of layers. Because we're in layer 3, if you take your selector and drag it across both of these circles, you're only gonna select these circles and not like the guides or anything. So with both circles selected, you'll see they both got the green box around them. You're gonna click the shape builder tool, which is right below this banana peel looking thing. Shape builder tool. So that same Alt key that you used to copy it, you're gonna hold that again, and you're gonna click on the outer parts of the circle, and it's gonna erase them. So make sure you have your selector tool on, not your shape builder tool. And you selected this new shape you just made. And we're gonna hit the Alt key again next to space and create another one. And from there, you're gonna grab the corner of it. Don't make it any bigger or smaller because all of these are the same size. And you're just gonna adjust it back and forth until you get it right on top of the other shape. But the reason why I only did the right side here is so I could select all these, and then I can copy them and paste it right in the same place. And then our final step would have been object, transform, reflect 90 degrees, and that, as long as our guides are right, completes the other side for us. Okay, everybody, let's save our work, and then I'll create a folder for you. So next time you're in here, you'll have it. We're gonna go to File, Save, save on your computer. title is, I want you to type in class 1 dash, dash, and then your name. Nice work, everybody.
Good job, guys. All right, you gotta do photos.